Okay, so the next reading is for Shining.Light.Creations. I'm not sure what the intention was behind viewing the profile. I'm pretty sure maybe you wanted a reading. I just don't know if you were concerned about love or money or property or whatever the case is, right? So as I was shuffling the cards, I just asked your spirit guides just to give me information they thought you could use, or if they had a message for you, because I myself didn't really know what to ask for, right? So it starts off with, it could be a couple situations here. So first off, it could be regarding maybe, you know, a young kid or someone no older than 16 max, maybe even 14. But anywhere from newborn to say 14 years of age. And it could be boy or girl, but the card's leaning towards a boy. And then you have this next card, which is everything works out. And then you have the last card, which is, all good things. But if you don't have a child that age, it is possible that you're going to get news that they're expecting. Um, and just know that it'll be up to them to take the chance to I don't know if they're young, and maybe they're going to hear a lot of advice on different avenues to take, um, or if they're just maybe not prepared, or not even so much prepared. They were just enjoying the parentless life right now and figured maybe later they'd have a kid, and now the kids come now, right? For whatever it's worth, whatever those are just examples. Whatever the scenario is, it's going to be okay. Everything is going to come out good. It's going to come out well, and they keep throwing the word perfection in there. So hopefully, this is a wanted pregnancy, albeit unexpected. But they are saying perfection. So congratulations, whichever route you take. But it sounds like it's going to be a perfect little bundle of joy, right? Or maybe you do have a child, 16, 15 years or younger, that is male. And maybe they're going through something. Maybe you've been working on them spiritually, medically, whatever the case is. It's all going to be okay as well. Another thing we could be looking at is maybe they're within that age group, but they're going to start a new job or something. And that's going to work out okay too. I don't know if you do have a child this age, you seem to be overthinking and worrying about it. Just trust in God that everything's going to go okay, because right now, as the energy stands, everything is going to be okay. Now, on the other hand, this could be a situation where someone's going to apologize to you, but I feel like you're better off just moving on, okay? Because it doesn't seem like maybe the effort was being reciprocated. Sure, there could have been attraction, and you obviously formed different types of bonds throughout the relationship, right? So I'm sensing that you're at the point where emotions were involved. And I feel like maybe a part of you thinks it can still work out, give it another shot. But as far as the cards go, you need to move on. So you should just move on. Yeah, if you want, go ahead and try to forgive them, try to do it with some amount of grace. And if you can't, then just don't answer the phone call or the text, okay? Because you can't let this determine who you are, who you really are. And I know you're a good person, because that's why you're in this predicament. Someone saw that in you too. So just, I'm not saying they don't have emotions for you. I think you both have emotions for each other. But I just feel like either this person's not mature enough, or maybe something else is their priority. But I just feel like whatever this relation, I feel it's a close relationship. So yes, it could be a lover, a partner, but maybe it's with a parent. Maybe it's with a sibling, maybe with a boss you've worked with for over 20 years, and it's not just, boss employee. So you'll have to put that together. But what they are saying here is just that things didn't turn out the way you wanted. And maybe your expectations were a little too high. So maybe when you're thinking with this, you won't be angry, and you'll realize that forgiving them is easier than you thought, because when it comes down to it and you really look at it, it doesn't seem like they really did anything wrong, you know. Um, I'm listening to that country song where it says, "If I'm the problem, then why'd you stay so long?" or something like that. So keep that in mind too. Okay, maybe in the beginning, it could have been blamed on them. But once you stay past a certain point, you have to hold yourself accountable for the role you play. Okay, so it's okay. I mean, not my first rodeo either. Dust yourself off and try again, or dust yourself off. Take a minute for yourself, love yourself, care for yourself. And then when you're ready to get back on the saddle, more power to you. But I mean, it's up to you what you do. You have free will. If you want to, if you feel there's enough of something there where you don't lose your self respect and your integrity and your dignity, and you feel like that's what you want, I mean, you can most certainly go for it. I get it. There seemed to be a passionate chemistry, so I'm going to dare to say this was a lover or partner type relationship, because there's a lot of passion there, like a lot of heat, right? Which is usually in a more intimate relationship. So if I'm wrong, sorry. But that's what I'm feeling. So I could see where maybe it could be challenging to try to resist that energy. Because if it's that way, I mean, not everybody experiences that chemical reaction there. Just FYI, in case you didn't know it, like, oh, well, I wonder what other people, not everybody gets to. So, I mean, I guess I don't know if it'd be a twin flame. Maybe it could be a little more karmic. And karmic doesn't mean bad. Karmic means a lesson. Sometimes you teach it, sometimes you learn it. So maybe it hurts you to walk away, not because you were left, but because you knew that you deserved more than what you were getting. Not that it wasn't good, but you have a certain standard. And clearly they didn't reach it. Now it's up to you. Do you keep going on looking for one that can fulfill your standard? Or do you feel like, well, that's not so important. I really have feelings for this person. I really love them. But think for yourself. Try to think from your heart. And remember, you want to live free. You want to be at peace. And you can't do that with lies, or now the trust is broken and you have to build it up again. Don't waste your time like that. Because if the love is there on both sides, trust me, that's not going to matter. You just have to decide what you're willing to deem acceptable. Because at one point it wasn't. That's why you're here now. That's why you're exactly where you're at right now. Because at one point you didn't feel like that was enough. Do you still feel the same way? Were you being a little extra, or were you being real? And only you can decide. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. Again, you have your free will. Just think for a moment. Love or not, am I happy with this person? Am I at peace with this person? Is my mental health good when I'm with this person? Is my spiritual progress being supported, not stunted? You have to just think for yourself. You know what you want. And then just sometimes make the tough choices, and sometimes they're easy. And I really wish you the best of luck, because I feel like if it's not love, it's passion, but it's there, and a lot of it.